Where is Waziri Alice Wahome, the former Kandara Member of Parliament who was picked as the one in charge of water and irrigation ministry? Multiple reports and experts are warning of a very frosty relationship in the executive as the water and irrigation CS seem to be missing a woman who campaigned tirelessly for William Ruto and were part of the team that planted anti-Uhuru Kenyatta venom in the larger Mount Kenya region. But then, in the wake of the latest turn of events, she has disappeared in thin air. And so in this podcast, let's look at what exactly has been going on. Her relationship with Uda caucus is questionable. And according to a report that I just read, that since the January cabinet retreat in Laikipia, in Nanyuki, Alice Wahome, they have not attended any other function in Mount Kenya, be it interdenominational service, be it a service organized by the church, the State House team, or a service organized under a move by that of Rigathi Gachagua. And then painting a question on what is really her footing. And on this one, I want to tell you that it all started, the fallout all started and actually escalated in the concluded Kandara by-election last year in December, where she was blamed for opposing the UDA candidate against her choice of successor, and Murang'a Women Rep Betty Maina leaving it no stone unturned, talking about what she thinks Alice Wahome got wrong in that by-election.
Mimi watu wa Kandara na washukuru sana. Hampamwingwi waziri wenu alikuwa mtumbe wenu akapelekwa hapo juu. Hakuwa na kusupport, hata alikuwa anatupiga sana, hata sasa hiyo anaongea kwa social media. Lakini watu wa Kandara hawapangwi. Unajua watu wanaogopa kuongea ukweli. Watu wanaogopa kuongea ukweli. Tutaongea ukweli, tupendwe na tusipendwe, na maisha itasonga mbele. Alitupiga wakati wa nomination, Shege akachukua kiti. Akarudisha number 2 because she thought her personal interests are greater than the interests of the party. Tumemcharaza na tutamcharaza tena. Na sisi tunamuomba rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, mawaziri wafanye kazi ya mawaziri. Kazi ya wanasiasa waachie wanasiasa. Na wakitaka kukuja hapa ground kufanya kazi ya siasa, tutawanyorosha vizuri. Na wakile kwa nini mambo yeye. Watu wasifikiria mama county ni mtana mdogo. Wanaongea vibaya, walisema Wamaua alikuwa anatafuta kiti cha ugavana. Wamaua alikuwa anatafuta kiti cha UDA. Walisema Secretary General alikuwa anatafuta kiti ya Senator. Sisi si wazimu, tutafuta kiti sahihi. Tutaendelea kufanya siasa na Murang'a County sio the Ministry of Water. Azurura mahali kwingine tuongana wake maji. Akirudisha siasa hapa mashinani, tutamfanya mtu hapa mashinani. She is a CS, she is not a village plumber. Afanye kazi yake. Nimeongea kwa hadhira tu, wamekuwa wakituchafulia jina. Tumekuwa tukifanya kazi nzuri, wametupia headache. Jana walitutafutia mpaka guru. Ukweli usemwa na tutaendelea kusema ukweli. Shege Jogona umepewa kiti na watu wa Kandara. We take it with a lot of humility. Serve them and serve them diligently. And may God give you the wisdom to take Kandara constituency to the next level. Tulikuwa tunashindana na kijana anaitwa Jogona Bushu. No, not Jogona, Jao Bushu. Jao nilikuwa ninasoma naye shule moja. Na nimeongea na Engineer Mwaura na watu wa chama na wakubwa wa serikali. Tutamtafutia kazi, waziri asifikirie hiyo jukumu yake. Hapo anapenda
This utterances, and according to the report I was reading here, is that she called on the top UDA leadership to at least reprimand the young members of parliament, or rather young leaders from the region, over that looming fallout, but that was in vain. And of course, I looked at it and I was like, I think it went overboard. It was a by-election, so there is the fact that I am a CS, nothing will stop you from having your own choice. Because at the end of the day, it's not about campaigning. You can have your own choice there. So I realized that those leaders were not genuine in those calls. So I want us to look at and since that by election in Kandara, she's never been seen anywhere, even in the mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to delve deep into details on her disappearance. But allow me to remind you about our fundraiser that we are finishing over this weekend to support the family of Mercy and the husband. A brief of what happened. The lady delivered, then she developed complications of tear and overbleeding, and through that she was hospitalized. The bill ballooned to 80,000, which we really strived to work on. And then after that, the husband is still grounded at home because she could not work. He could not work. He lost a job over that situation. And so we're just running the other bit of this fundraiser to make sure that we can get the husband a motorbike by Monday. The target, I can say, we are now at remaining now with it's been a bit slow, but we remain now with 43,000, and we believe that this will go a long way in supporting them. So kindly, the number is up there, and asanteni sana. I'm going to share the rest part of that video towards the end of this analysis, so make sure you watch to the end. Now, since that by-election, Alice Wahome has been missing. And understand, a Murang'a caucus meeting that was held in Nairobi, was actually organized in Nairobi, in the wake of that China Square. Remember the China Square scandal, the China Square issue. There was a Murang'a caucus that were meeting, a meeting that was organized for Murang'a caucus because they were mostly affected by it. They tried to seek audience with her as part of the leadership there, but that did not see the light of the day, with then politically her remaining aloof, despite the fact that she's a leader from that region. Now, I want us to look at that's political side. Let's look at on the government side, or rather on her role. I tried to check, I did a spot check on the cabinet meeting on last Tuesday. I've seen the video dispatch and I am not seeing her image there. She's not there. I'm trying to confirm that she missed that cabinet meeting. Looking at the social media page of the ministry, you may not be sure maybe if she had another engagement outside the country, but that is what is it that she did not attend. Now, I took keen interest in this, and I wanted to look at a week before, and that was 2 weeks ago, there was launch of Mwache Dam in Kwale. And the launch of Mwache Dam, that's the video you're seeing there. She was talking there. The launch of Mwache Dam, because she's in charge of the water irrigation and the dams fall under her ministry, she attended that launch, and of course they were there with President William Ruto. She had the photos, and even that speech that I've been showing you there, that is the speech that she made when she was there. But when on coming back to Nairobi, President held some three events, some three launches I want to pay attention to. And I wanted to pay attention to the Mavoko one. The Mavoko one, the Ministry of Water and Sanitation shared this tweet. His Excellency President Ruto was received by PS Water and Sanitation, Dr. Paul Kiprono, Rono, and RIP, and represented CS Alice Wahome. Others in hand were Dr. Alfred Mutua, State Department, Irrigation. That she was not part of it. Again, Narok and Kiambu, she's not been in the limelight. So you can also just find out also, do your own research, you'll find out that Alice Wahome has not been missing. Be it in the public service space or even politically, she has remained aloof on what exactly could be playing out into about her disappearance in politics. I'm just seeing 4 possibilities here. According to me, I'm seeing C4. One, I think there was a chemistry between Alice Wahome and Rigathi Gachagua. That chemistry collapsed. And I'll tell you why. You know, even at the time of nominating who was the women, right? Or rather, to the women, who was going to be the running mate, there were caucusing. There are those who believed were the founding members of UDA and the people that had really walked the long walk with William Ruto. And that was Rigathi Gachagua and Alice Wahome. So they were actually the pioneer members, so Rigathi, Alice Wahome, and then Duale. But then the others, the rest, were Johnny come late, others came late. So what exactly happened here is there was a bit of that. But recently, there was a video clip that I played to you that in the power sharing deal, the stake of Mount Kenya could have been divided between Ruto and Rigathi. And so those Mount Kenya minister, those cabinet secretaries from Mount Kenya could have got it under direct influence, or rather they're taking it, it could be under direct influence of Rigathi Gachagua, or rather the DP could be taking credit for some of these opportunities that these guys were given. But that will create a fallout because I think Wahome campaigned and she was amongst the founding members. The fact that I am not seeing her, even the recent, there was a recent conference on illicit brew that was organized by Rigathi Gachagua. She's been out of the political space. So that's a very high possibility. But secondly, I see Ruto suppressing them so that the young tax can bolster. And you know, that's it. In the wake of the Murang'a fallout, that by-election, what was to be done is maybe to call the young leadership to order so that the situation is handled. But President Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua see a big potential in going with the young leaders than even now the Alice Wahome. So that could be behind her disappearance, or rather her absence. Could it be, and someone really shared this, in my peer talks, this emerged as one of the big reasons. You understand, management, or rather the way Ruto is handling things, when the PS, principal secretaries, these are the machineries behind ministries. These are the engine. They're actually the de facto accounting officers of these ministries. If you look at this ministry, the PS is Dr. Paul Kiprono Rono. Now, and someone Mugambi or someone, I think, State Department of Irrigation, someone Mugambi. What I'm saying here is there could be a possibility that the executive is micromanaging ministries through the remote control principal secretaries. So it's very possible that we can put the leaders there, we can put the cabinet secretary there, but because we know the engine behind it is the principal secretary, then they're controlled. Then this would actually make Waziri remain aloof. So there is a possibility that she did attend the Sunday, didn't attend the event because of an engagement outside, which I have seen. I've tried to look. I'm not seeing anything outside unless they have decided not to share or it's not relevant. But then the fact that president will go to launch projects and the projects dealing on water, and in her absence, all the three, her absence points out to a possibility of the PS being the engine behind it. Politically, the Mount Kenya caucus is lacking synergy because of individual interests. It's lacking synergy. Rigathi Gachagua is trying everything by hook or crook to be the Mount Kenya kingpin from Uhuru Kenyatta, by the virtue of him being a deputy president. And so he's running his own political way. On the other side, Ndindi Nyoro is also trying to consolidate some center of power and believes that it is time for a son from Murang'a, also a son of Mau Mau, because both of them share that discussion of son of children of Mau Mau, also trying to push on that front. In the other side of like Mwangi Kiunjuri and Maina Njenga seems to be pushing a different front. So the mountain is pulling in different directions, and that's why it's becoming a bit difficult. The center can't hold because things seems to be falling apart. So that's my brief take, And I know this discussion is going to escalate more. We will find out what exactly is going on. But on the political ground, Alice Wahome has remained aloof. Public service could be because of one reason or the other. Maybe she's out of the country or so. But in the political front, her silence and absence is loud, as someone might want to look at. Can you take us through what exactly happened, or where did it start?
Okay, this started after my wife gave birth at Pumwani Hospital.
Date?
On date 20th February. So after she gave birth, mtoto alikuwa nursery after 5 days. So after 5 days from nursery, we went back home. We were just home, things were well. After some few weeks, then wife got complications. Alianza kubleed, mysteriously bleeding, and I was shocked. Ran out to call the doctor, and the doctor told me to bring the lady in the hospital.
Wapi? Unaishi wapi?
Okay, naishi Dandora.
Okay.
Phase 5.
Okay.
So daktari alijaribu akashindwa. The lady was seriously bleeding. Akaniambia nitafute taxi to rush mgonjwa Kenyatta. Nikafanya hivyo, tukafika Kenyatta. Wakati nilifika Kenyatta, mama alikuwa admitted. Na from hapo, so
alikuwa admitted sasa Kenyatta.
Alikuwa admitted Kenyatta hospital.
Na wakati ya admitted the child now, but the child
okay,
the child is fine
by the time,
but then this is the child,
yeah,
and
this is my baby.
This is your baby, and
yeah.
Ni baby boy and
baby boy to Jason.
Oh good, even my son was born in February. So now where are you from first?
Okay, right now I'm from the Kenyatta Hospital. Nilipeleka mtoto kunyonya, and that is how I always do it. Nampeleka ananyonya, namrudisha kwa nyumba.
Unampeleka kila siku?
Daily.
In the morning ama unakana the whole day?
No. Nampeleka in the evening. In the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then sasa sasa ukitoka unaenda tu mnalala.
Sasa nikitoka naenda kwa nyumba. So nikiwa pale kwa nyumba, mtoto ana survive na maziwa ya kuchemsha. Nachemsha, naongeza maji kidogo. And that's it.
Wow. You've really impressed me. How about the child? Yeah, alikuwa sawa hata wakitoka Pumwani?
Okay, mtoto wakati tulikuwa tunatoka Pumwani, mtoto since alikunywa ile amniotic fluid, ile uchafu. So mtoto amekuwa na shida hiyo ya kungorota, anangorota. Ni kama anafungana hewa.
Okay.
So doctors gave me some medicine ile ya kudrop kwa mapua wakati anatoa hiyo sauti. So hiyo ndo nimekuwa nikitumia, but still at times nasikia anatoa hiyo sauti kama
hata sasa nasikia na
hata sasa. Yeah.
What did the doctors in Kenyatta say was the problem?
Doctors in Kenyatta waliniambia mama wakati alizaa kuna vile mtoto alimrarua, they got a tear. So walimshona, alienda theater wakamshona.
Na alizaa normal?
Alizaa normal.
Na tear. Okay. So, anafaa show me what. Okay. Yeah. We may not understand because we don't have a lady here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was what was bringing the complication about the bleeding.
Yeah.
Guys, I was told this, and I really got touched by his story, Stephen's story. You know, when he was telling me you were in Kenyatta, and I was like, okay, what's going on? So it's been there for how many days?
Since date 2nd.
Date 2nd.
Yeah.
The bill is?
The bill is 80,000.
80,000.
Yeah.
Wow. But then now that you take care every evening, when do you go to work now? Do you even go to work now that?
No. Okay. About my work, I'm a boda rider. Na pikipiki naendesha ni ya mtu na ni ya loan. So wakati nilikuwa na hii shida, pikipiki ilibidi tu iendelee kufanya kazi sababu inalipwa daily. So mwenyewe alichukua na alitafuta mwingine aendelee.
Oh, so your work is kuendesha boda?
Yes.
So because of this, that is good. You can. But then how do you survive? Okay, you should not ask that. So should get What is the terms of the loan? How much do you pay to get a pikipiki and loan so that you pay pole pole maybe?
Okay, for now loan walipandisha nini deposit. Kwa sahi deposit ni 25,000.
Okay.
Then
so if you get 25,000,
yes,
you go and pay, and you're given a motorbike on loan.
Yeah.
Then you pay is the rest in installments.
Yeah.
Which you can manage.
I can manage to get 500 per day.
You unapata in this around Dandora.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, I brought Stephen here because I wanted us to get feel of this story, and this is one we can do this. We've always done this. This is 80,000. Today's date 14. If you give yourself 1 week, Friday. Yeah, so let's try. Let's do a 50 shillings challenge. I've decided not to. I'm going to share the number, nobody's number, because of a bit of that disturbance. But I am also asking those who can be willing to reach out to me. My number is there. I'll directly connect you with him so that whichever God has blessed you with, at least I talk. So Mama amekaa hospitali for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you guys are young couples, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, and may God bless you for being a father to this child. I know it's really touching. It's really touching the heart, and I believe that as Bold family, this will come to an end. I know we will find a way. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Sawa. Asante. Aya.